going on YouTube? Is here with Raw TCG bringing you another budget deck profile for Dragon Ball Super. Today, of course, we have Last Resort Frieza, or just Frieza. This is the green Frieza leader from the most recent structure deck. Now, I haven't play tested this one like I've been play testing the Vegito build, which, of course, I have modified just a tad bit. It's still not complete, but once that deck is complete, I'll bring you guys another video on that. But this is going to be Last Resort Frieza 1.0, just like I did the Vegito, because this build is definitely not the build that I want to keep. There are some cards that I need that I've been trying to get, but have been I've been unable to get because they're just fucking expensive. This game has gotten super expensive, so. Anyways, let's read what this Frieza does. Again, this is the Frieza from the structure deck. As you see, I have here structure deck 13. So, permanent, you cannot include any sand cards in the deck. So, no Gokus, Vegetas, Gohans, Trunks, any of that. So, auto is choose one Frieza army card in your battle area and place it in its owner's drop. When this card attacks a leader, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and discards it. Then add up to one card from your life to your hand. So essentially, you are just taking life from your opponent. I'm sorry, your opponent is discarding a card and you're taking a life. And then, of course, when you're at 4 or less, you can draw a card and then switch one energy to active and flip this card over, which becomes, of course, Last Resort Frieza, which looks really pretty here with the gold stamping and everything around it. So auto, when he attacks, you draw a card. Same thing as Vegito and a lot of other leaders. Just attack, draw a card. Once per turn for his activate main, it says choose one Frieza army card in your battle area and place it in its owner's drop. And then you can choose one card in your opponent's hand and discard it. And then you can choose up to one of your green unison cards and it gains critical for that turn. So, as far as the unisons that you want, or that I am playing in this build to gain critical, we have 2 Golden Frieza and 2 of the Frieza from the structure deck. So I'm not playing the Bardock. I do have one Bardock, but I'm not using him in this build. I'm just using these 2 Friezas. And these are both, of course, well, this one's from set 10 and this one's from the structure deck. So we'll go over the Golden Frieza first. It says for his +1, activate main, you draw a card and then choose a card in your hand, place it on top of your deck, and he gains critical. So he can gain critical without this guy's effect. So his -2, activate main until the end of your opponent's next turn. Your opponent cannot attack with battle cards unless they choose one of their battle cards with energy cost of 2 or more and place it in its drop area. So if your opponent wants to attack, they have to get rid of a card. So that is cool. And then, of course, the Xeno Darkness Overflowing. Permanent, if this card would lose a marker from your opponent's attack, you can place a card from your life into your drop instead. So he'll keep his markers. The good thing about this guy is he has a +1 and a -1, as opposed to this guy, he has a -2. And Vegito, or not Vegito, Gogeta also has a -2 as well. So if Gogeta had a -1, bro, like that would be fucking dope as shit because I wouldn't have to waste 2 counters. This is good because you bring it out for 2 counters. So he already has 2 counters, and you can either give him one more counter, make 3, or you can just take one away. It doesn't matter. He won't, he won't go away. As opposed to this one, where you have to get another counter on it in order to use his -2. Otherwise, he go bye-bye. So his +1 is choose a card in your hand, discard it, and then you draw a card. So you lose a card, draw a card. Activate main is choose up to, his -1 activate main is choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. Or choose one of their unison cards and remove a marker. Most of the time, I'm probably just going to go for the KO their 4 drop. So that is what we have there. All right, and now we are going to get into the actual main deck here that we're running. I'll go over the Frieza cards that we have. We have I'm sorry, let me move on, get those out of the way. We have 1, 2, 3 Infernal Emperor Frieza. So this card just says when you play this card, choose up to one card in your life and add it to your hand. And then we have 1, 2, and 3 of the 2-drop Frieza. Frieza Terrifying Transformation. So this is his auto. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you draw 2 cards. Activate main, you tap 1 green, and you choose a green Frieza card with an energy cost of 4 in your hand or drop area, and you can play it on top of this. So that's cool because here are the 4 drops of the deck. We actually have so many. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 Cosmic Frieza, so he's dual attack. And then when he's played, you can choose one of the effects. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it, or choose one of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker. Then we play 2 surprise attack Frieza. So just when your opponent's battle card's KO'd, you can just go ahead and play this. And then Xeno Frieza double strike. This is easier to get out with the parasitic Dragon Balls, but of course it is a 4-drop, so you can do that as well. If your opponent has 3 or more energy when this card is removed from a battle area or by a skill or KO'd, add up to 1 green extra card with energy cost of 1 or less from your drop to your hand. And then you can place this card in its owner's drop area and choose 1 card in your opponent's hand and discard it. So you can essentially use that to grab out your what the fuck is it called? The pods, your pods. And then for the last Friezas, we play the SR version of the 5-drop counterplay Frieza. Frieza, charismatic villain. He looks so fucking pretty. He looks better as an SPR, I'm not gonna lie. So you can activate the counterplay skills of another card, whatever. Once you activate his counterplay, you can't activate any more counterplays for your turn. But when you counterplay, you place a card from your hand. When you have a green unison with 2 or more markers in play, you can actually activate his counterplays without paying his 5 energy cost, so it becomes essentially a free play. Auto is when this card is played, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 7 or less and KO it. So that's really fucking good to be 7 or less. Because a lot of cards that KO or that are counters and KO, it's like 4 or less or 2 or less, and just small shit like that. But 7 or less is fucking beautiful. All right, next we get into the Dorias. I actually want to bump this up to 4 because this is essentially a free play. So if your leader's a green Frieza and you have green unison, if this card is placed in your drop area from your hand by skill, you can just play it. You just bring it right back out. You activate main as you tap 1. If your leader's a green Frieza and you have green unison, you can add this card from your drop to your hand. So really good Dodoria. You have 3 of the essential double strike Dodoria. So this is kind of like the Vegeta from the Vegito deck that I'm running. So you add a card from life to hand. He gains +10 to make him 15, and he becomes a double strike for the turn. So essentially something that maybe you want to try to win your game with, because I don't believe I have any kind of like triple strikes in this deck. We play 2 of the structure deck Zarbon. He is a 1-drop. Let's see. It says when this card is played, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Add 1 green unison with a specified cost of 2, or 1 green Frieza army card with an energy cost of 4 or less, and then shuffle your deck. So 4 or less. Really good. Activate battle. So as you're in battle, you tap 1 green. If your leader is a green Frieza card, you have a green unison play. You can send this. Oh, and you send this card from your drop area to your warp. You choose your leader or unison, and it gains +10 for that battle. So not very powerful as far as power wise goes, but really pretty decent effect. And then of course these are our super combos. Very, very plain and simple. This will not be the super combo I'll run once I fix this deck up. I actually want to run the Android 18 blue-green super combo, so that'll be what we run from once I fix this up. We have 2 Ginyus. I'm actually thinking of just cutting this down to 1. So when he's played, I choose one of your leader cards or green unison, and it gets +10 for the turn. And if your leader is a Frieza, when it's placed in the battle, in the drop area from the battle by a skill, you just return it to your hand. So kind of just recyclable. But like I said, I'll probably just drop that down to 1. And then we go into the extras. So we have 4 pods, field You guys know what Pod does. 4 Shocking Death Ball. Probably going to drop that down to 3. Blue Impulse. Really good. This is a new card from set 10. So I wish they were foil. Or I wish I had them in foil, because I believe like every card in the set fucking comes in foil now. If your leader is green and you have a green unison in play, you reduce the cost of this by 1. So it's already a 2-drop, so it's not that high of a cost. But essentially, it can become a 1-drop. Now, activate main. If your opponent played a battle card this turn, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and KO them. So your opponent plays, it's your opponent's turn, and it's their main. You activate it during their main. They play a battle card. You can essentially just, hopefully, you know, if you have a unison or on the field, you tap 1. You play this and you destroy their entire battle card field, and they go bye-bye and they poo-poo on themselves. And then we have 3 Parasitic Dragon Balls, Parasitic Darkness 1-star ball. I think the 2-star ball is like a yellow card. So this game, Dark Dragon Ball in all areas, yada yada. Activate battle, you can choose one of your cards. Ooh, excuse me. And it gets plus 5,000 for the battle. And then the other activate main is you can choose a Frieza with an energy cost of 4 in your battle area and place this card under it and play 1 green Xeno Frieza from your deck or hand on top of the chosen, and then you shuffle. So essentially what that just is so if you have a 4-drop Frieza, which of course, like I said, we run a ton of, so we'll drop that out. And we have Surprise Attack Frieza, and we have Cosmic Horror Frieza. So we could use any of these 2 right here, right? And what we do is we place this under it. So you just boom. So boom, Dark Dragon Ball is affecting him, and then bam, he becomes the Dark Infestation Frieza. So this was the structure that comes with the Power Monger or some shit like that Frieza. And that was the other Xeno Frieza, but this one's just better. It's double strike already. This is critical, so I kind of like these 2 aren't that bad, because this is a dual attack. It has a good effect. Like, you could choose one of what it does, and then this one's a critical, but it's double strike. So technically, you know, boom, go for game, hit double strike, whatever, you know, whatever you fucking feel like doing. And then of course, our last card is for the greater good, counterattack. So if your leader card is green, negate the attack and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 1 and you KO it. The only thing with this is it's a once per turn. You can only play once per turn. So that's why I only have 1, because this is going to be kind of like a very I don't want to say, because you can KO cost of 1, right? Like by turn, whatever. Like, I mean, your opponent will probably have like a two drops, 4 drops and shit out. So it says if this card's in your drop, you can activate it by paying its cost and removing it, and then and 1 green card from your head out of the game. So essentially, you can use this twice, so there's no point in running more than 1. It's a pretty looking card. I mean, it's Goku getting killed by the special beam cannon. So, you know, a lot of people say that Raditz killed Goku, but technically Piccolo killed Goku. So y'all keep that shit in mind. Like Piccolo was killing Goku for anybody else. All right, Piccolo killed Goku. All right, so anyways, that does it for this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very, very budget build. It's budget because, like, all I did was buy 1 structure deck. I should have bought 2 because I need more of those Dodorias. But I'll probably just buy them separate. I bought 1 structure deck, and then I bought a box of the new set. I only paid like $20 because I had store credit at my locals. So very budget for me, and all $30 just to throw this together. And then for the golden Freezas, all I did was I traded, I bought the golden Freezas. I bought the golden Freezas along with some shit for the Vegito deck at like $22 or something. I got a really good deal on it during it was like pre-release prices or whatever. So like I said, I didn't spend much. Dragon Ball Super, of course, is getting hella expensive. There is a Zarbon that I need that's like expensive. There's like the cells, the Freezas. I mean, not Freezas. The cells, the Ribriannes, Dispos, like for the build, the other build that I want to do to make it more competitive. So be on the lookout. I'm gonna make more budget decks. Like, I'm the budget deck man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to make all these expensive ass decks. I ain't got money like that. I'm po. But I'm also finally, within the next week or so, gonna be bringing a Dark Magician deck profile to the channel. This build is not competitive at all for this Dark Magician deck, so don't think that it's going to compete in any way. I don't think Dark Magician can compete right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, maybe bring you guys an opening of Dragons of Legend Armageddon or whatever it's called. I don't know yet. I haven't seen anything from that set that I want, or from Rise of the Duelist. Like, I haven't seen anything that I actually want. I really just want to get the Dragons of Legends complete series thing. So we'll see. We'll see what we bring next for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, I'm just having fun with Dragon Ball because all of my friends are really much playing it. I only got one friend that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. So it's kind of just really hard for me to play Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot because he works and I work, and we live like 30 minutes away. So it is what it is. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.